Thinking about getting your first dog? It's an exciting journey, but it can also be a bit overwhelming. Well, hold your horses, or should I say, hold your hounds. There's a lot to consider before bringing a furry friend into your life. Picking the right dog is a big decision, kind of like picking out your next tattoo, except this one barks and eats your socks. You want to make sure you choose a breed that fits your lifestyle. So you're probably freaking out a little, right? It's totally normal to feel a bit anxious about such a big commitment. Don't worry, dude, I've been there. The key is to take it one step at a time and do your research. Choosing between a big doggo and a tiny pupper is tough stuff. Each size comes with its own set of pros and cons. You start picturing life with a giant cuddle monster versus a little furry potato you can take everywhere. Decisions. But don't stress. Both can bring immense joy. Luckily for you, I'm here to break it all down, Jenna style. We'll dive into the details to help you make an informed choice. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the slobbery when it comes to big and small breeds. From their energy levels to their grooming needs, we've got it all covered. We'll cover everything from walks of shame, I mean walks in the park, to whether your dog will fit in a purse or need its own Uber XL. It's all about finding the right fit for you. By the end of this video, you'll be a dog-picking pro, ready to swipe right on your perfect furry soulmate. You'll know exactly what to look for and what to avoid. So grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's do this thing. It's going to be a fun and informative ride. Okay, let's talk big dogs. You know, the kind of dogs that make you do a double take when you see them walking down the street. The ones that make you wonder if you just saw a small horse. We're talking the majestic Great Danes, the goofy Newfoundlands, the gentle giants that make you feel like you're living in a fairy tale. And let's not forget the slobber factories known as mastiffs. These dogs are like walking waterfalls, but in the most endearing way possible. These dogs are basically the Beyoncé of the dog world. They strut their stuff with an air of confidence that says, yeah, I know I'm fabulous. They know they're fabulous, and they're not afraid to take up space. In fact, they demand it. Your couch, your bed, your entire living room, it's all fair game. First off, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the Great Dane in the room. These dogs are enormous and they know it. Big dogs are, well, big. Like you're gonna need a bigger apartment big, and a bigger car, and maybe even a bigger sense of humor. Seriously, if you think you can squeeze a Great Dane into a compact car, think again. These dogs need space, and lots of it. And maybe even a bigger bed if you're a cuddler like me. Imagine a furry, 150-pound blanket that snores. That's your life now. Seriously, these dogs are basically furry space heaters on legs. They radiate warmth and love in equal measure. And speaking of space, big dogs need a lot of it. We're talking long walks multiple times a day. These dogs were built to move. Trips to the dog park are a must. They need to stretch those long legs and run like the wind. Maybe even a backyard agility course if you're feeling ambitious. These dogs love a good challenge and will keep you on your toes. These dogs were bred to move, so be prepared to be their personal dog walker extraordinaire. Now let's talk slobber. It's a real thing. Big dogs are notorious for having more drool than a middle school dance floor. It's like they have a built-in hydration system that never turns off. You're gonna need to invest in some serious drool rags, and maybe even a hazmat suit if you're particularly squeamish. But hey, it's all part of the charm. And let's be honest, the drool is a small price to pay for the love and companionship these dogs offer. But hey, it's not all giant dog beds and drool puddles. There's so much more to these gentle giants. Big dogs come with some serious perks too. For starters, they're basically giant teddy bears. Imagine the best hug you've ever had. Now multiply that by 10. For starters, they're basically giant teddy bears. I'm talking epic cuddle sessions, furry foot warmers, and enough love to melt your heart. I'm talking epic cuddle sessions, furry foot warmers, and enough love to melt your heart. These dogs are all about affection, and enough love to melt your heart. Plus, big dogs are natural protectors. They have an instinct to guard and protect their family. Plus, big dogs are natural protectors. They'll guard your house with their life, or at least bark really loudly at the mailman. They'll guard your house with their life, or at least bark really loudly at the mailman. Their presence alone is often enough to deter any would-be intruders, or at least bark really loudly at the mailman. And let's be real, having a big dog by your side just makes you feel safer, like you could take on the world. And let's be real, having a big dog by your side just makes you feel safer, like you could fight off a bear if you had to. It's a comforting feeling, like you could fight off a bear if you had to. So, if you're looking for a dog that's basically a furry, four-legged best friend who doubles as a space heater and a bodyguard, a big dog might be your jam. So if you're looking for a dog that's basically a furry, four-legged best friend who doubles as a space heater and a bodyguard, a big dog might be your jam. Just be prepared for the extra responsibilities that come with it. Just be prepared to invest in a bigger vacuum cleaner and maybe a bib. But trust me, the love and companionship you'll get in return are worth every bit of extra effort. Alright, let's talk about the little guys. The pint-sized pups. The pocket rockets of the dog world. These tiny canines may be small in size, but they pack a punch when it comes to personality and charm. We're talking Chihuahuas, Yorkies, Pomeranians, all those adorable little fluffballs that could steal your heart and your socks in one fell swoop. These breeds are known for their spirited nature and their ability to make a big impression despite their small stature. Now, small dogs might be small in stature, but they're big on personality. They have a way of making their presence known, whether it's through their playful antics or their expressive faces. These dogs are like the sassy best friends of the dog world. They strut around with an air of confidence that can make even the biggest dogs take notice. They know they're cute, and they're not afraid to use it to their advantage. Whether it's getting extra treats or more cuddle time, these little guys have mastered the art of charm. One of the best things about small dogs is their portability. You can easily carry them around, making them perfect companions for those who are always on the go. These little guys are basically built-in travel buddies. Whether you're heading to the park, a friend's house, or even on a road trip, they can come along for the ride without any hassle. You can take them on airplanes, to restaurants, even to the grocery store if you're feeling adventurous, and your local store allows it, of course. Their small size makes them incredibly versatile when it comes to travel. Plus, small dogs don't need as much exercise as their larger counterparts. A quick walk around the block or some playtime in the living room is usually enough to tire them out. This makes them ideal for people with busy schedules or those who live in smaller spaces. Perfect for those of us who value our sleep and Netflix time. You can enjoy a relaxing evening without worrying about a high-energy dog needing constant attention. And let's be real, small dogs are just plain adorable. Their tiny features and big eyes can melt even the coldest of hearts. I'm talking heart-meltingly, make you say or out loud, adorable. It's hard to resist their charm when they look up at you with those innocent eyes. They're like little furry accessories that you can dress up in cute outfits and take everywhere with you. From sweaters to tiny boots, the fashion possibilities are endless. But let's not sugarcoat it. Small dogs come with their own set of quirks. They can be a handful in their own unique ways. For starters, they can be a little, shall we say, yappy. Their barks can be surprisingly loud for their size, and they often have a lot to say. Small dog syndrome is real, people. These tiny pups often think they're much bigger than they are, and aren't afraid to stand up to larger dogs. These dogs are known for their big barks and even bigger attitudes. They can be quite feisty and aren't afraid to show it. And while their small size makes them great for apartment living, it also means they can be a bit more fragile. You have to be extra careful with them to avoid any accidents. You gotta watch where you step with these little guys. And good luck playing fetch without a team of search and rescue dogs. Their small size can make them easy to lose track of. But hey, even with their quirks, small dogs are amazing companions. Their loyalty and affection make them wonderful pets. They're loyal, loving, and always down for a cuddle, or 10. Their affectionate nature makes them perfect for anyone looking for a loving companion. Plus, they're basically tiny, furry comedians that bring joy and laughter into your life. Their playful antics can brighten even the gloomiest of days. So if you're looking for a dog that's small in size but big on personality, a small dog might be your perfect match. They offer all the love and companionship of a larger dog, packed into a smaller, more manageable size. Just be prepared for some barking, some sass, and a whole lot of love. These little dogs may be small, but they have hearts full of love to give. So, there you have it, folks. The good, the bad, and the drool-worthy when it comes to big and small dogs. Ultimately, the best dog for you depends on your lifestyle, your living situation, and your tolerance for barking and slobber. Remember, adopting a dog is a big responsibility, but it's also one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do. So do your research, choose wisely, and get ready for a whole lot of love, laughter, and maybe a few chewed-up shoes along the way. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click on the video on the screen to continue watching more awesome content.